You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Hi everyone. So for all of us over the course of this Taurus new moon monthly cycle, we look at the Sabian symbol that is imbued at the degree point where the sun and moon are conjunct. This month, it's at 16 degrees Taurus. The Sabian symbol imbued at that degree point and flavoring the entire month's storyline for all of us is a battle between the swords and the torches. So this might be swords representing air and torches representing the fire in the belly, maybe the creative spirit. There might be a battle between head and heart over the course of this month for a lot of people. There might be some controversy, some conflict in the air on the global stage as well. So we'll have to take a look to see how this manifests for us. Capricorn, welcome to your May 2016 Alchemy Scope. Now, for those who have tuned in before, this is going to be very different. For those who are new to the channel, welcome. I invite you to go back to see previous Alchemy Scopes as well. So this is going to be a different animal, so to speak, this month. I am going to channel art. I'm going to bring forward images, pictures, forms, and it's been fabulous. So I'm going in order of the signs. I've started with Aries. Usually I don't do it in order, but this month, especially for this exercise, it was necessary. It was appropriate for it to go in order. And it's been fascinating. So let's tap in to see for Capricorn, what is the evolutionary juice? What is the maturation process? What is unfolding for at least the majority of Capricorn-centric scope people in the month of May, beginning at our Taurus May 6th new moon. I always go with natural cycles, so let's tune into this new moon cycle and see what it is. And what I'm going to do, Capricorn, is I am going to draw predominantly in silence, although conversation sometimes comes as well. And then I'll talk about it. And then I'll tune in and we'll analyze it. But I invite you to tap into your own intuitive sense about what these images are telling you, because your soul has a different relationship, or at least one that's honed to your particular soul's journey. So I invite you to have a cup of tea and enjoy this process as I draw this stuff out. We'll talk about it, and then I'll pull a card for you as well, okay? So Capricorn. Capricorn. I will say it's been windy today, but it's died down. So just in the last few minutes, it's died down a bit, which is interesting. Cap. So it's interesting, Cap. I have not started with this brown color for any of the other signs. You are the first that this was the beginning color. I love it. I love it. We'll do some analysis of that later. I have to say there's lots of threes coming up for May as well. Several signs have had threes get really highlighted. It's fascinating. Love it, love it, love it. And 3 is creativity. It's communication. It's new birth. What else is coming for you? What else is coming for the Cap? There's a lot of directional energy, a lot of coming out. A lot of coming out. I mean, there's definitely a lot of movement. But it's organic movement. It feels a little bit scattered, Cap. It's organic. It's not forced. But it feels like, I mean, for the most part, there's a whimsy to it. It feels like there's, at least for the most part, there's a little franticness and a little bit of, like a lot of activity, or so in May for a lot of you, there's going to be activity, and it's going to be taking you in many directions, is what I'm feeling for you. But it's not all going to be negative. Like, I feel like a lot of it's actually going to feel quite fun, and there's going to be a little whimsy and some gatherings. In fact, this 3 card, it's almost like referring a little bit to the Tarot's 3 of Cups. And for you, it's like, and this looks joyful, there's like some radiance around whatever gathering, whatever nucleus of gathering. Could be girlfriends, or it could be some gathering, but it looks joyful. There's going to be radiance around it. And these are different entities too. Like, these little nucleuses have kind of different centers to each of them. So they're different people. So it does feel like some joy, some fun. However, there is kind of this big fan that kind of flew out here, that's thick, it's dark, it's black, and it's coming from one of these. One of these. So it's almost like there's a gathering. It could be, by the way, like not just friends. It could be maybe a family gathering of some sort. But it feels like from one of the people in the family unit, in the friend nucleus, there could be some toxic, some poison, some gossip, something that comes out that almost cuts through this kind of organic flow of your month in May. So it's almost like this big organic flow was the first thing that came. That was the first part of the drawing that came out, which feels like a big flow. There's a lot of activity. It's fun. It's curvy. You're going with the flow. It's nice. It's a nice shape. It's comfortable, and it's almost like a delicious ride. But it's interesting because during the month, there is, maybe at the beginning too, I have to say, because this is like the beginning of this big S curve. So it's almost like for some of you, there's going to be some gathering where at the start of this Taurus new moon cycle, it could be that one person within the group kind of gossips, vomits out toxins, creates an argument or a rift or some sort of negativity, and it cuts through the flow of your month. And you might find that as your month progresses, something originated from this gathering comes to you. It bypasses your month. It cuts through the month. And it might create a bit of division. So your flow continues, but look at this. I mean, so after this cut, this bypassing, this black kind of 3 level, and look, it's 3, again 3, right? So it might be that these 3 individuals that you connected with at the beginning of the month come back with some toxicness, or you're feeling some toxicness at the 3 individuals. But it happens, I don't know, maybe a third of the way into May. This is interesting because yours is the first where I'm actually kind of dissecting timing, although it fits very well with this because of the fact that with all of them, I'm looking at what comes first, second, and third with these drawings. And for you, there's this distinct time frame with this bypassing, with this bisecting. But this is the deal. At about a third in, again, for some of you, there's some toxicity that comes about, and what happens? You deflect. You go into all these different, look at all these arrows, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's this kind of heavier ball. It's almost like a ball in a chain. There's some sort of a ball here, a big one, that kind of comes then. So what started as an organic flow, Capricorn, for you is interrupted with negativity, and it's causing you to disperse, for you to disperse your energy, for you to deflect, distract from yourself, distract from your own organic, beautiful flow. Wherein lies a seed, like there's some little seed over here at the other side of your flow. So if you're able to, Cap, if you're able to see clearly, what is this event, these friends, this group, the people, the topic, all of it? What is the negativity that's activated for you? Because that is the lesson for you this month. So as within, so without. As without, so within. Every situation, circumstance, or event, every relationship, every conversation is, whenever we're triggered by it, negatively, in this case perhaps, there's a trigger there. We're wounded by it. And when we're wounded, it lives within us. As within, so without. So use this as a perfect reflection of your inner toxins. And instead of being deflected into many different activities or different things that's taking you out of your own smooth path, your own seed that lies at the end of the month for you to attend to nurture, be mindful. Because this is the deal. Look at this. We didn't talk about this too. So here you have this little grouping here that's kind of manifesting as two, and it could be two children, you know. It could be that there's two children involved. Maybe this is family. And maybe there are two children that are kind of at the end of, or at the result of, or at maybe the topic of whatever disagreement or whatever argument was catalyzed in May. It might be that there's two kids involved, or two others. Like maybe this grouping, there's two others that are innocent. These are smaller lights that are at the bottom of this kind of little dangle of a vine. So I'm really getting, I have to say, I'm really getting that those are probably children. But not all of us have children in our lives. So it could be that there's just two others that are connected to this group or this clan or this family or this tribe of friends, you know. Wow, Cap. So I'm going to go ahead and I want to just check my camera, make sure, yeah, it's still recording. So I'm going to go ahead and pull your card. I'm going to wipe my hands first. And let's go ahead and Capricorn, what I have told the other signs is that this month, well, this morning, when I got the clarity that this was the day, this was the juicy day that I'm going to be doing, this is going to be my scope for May, that a card deck that I really reserve for myself, that I really don't, I use for some clients, but really this is my precious deck. But this was really called to come forward as the goddess message, your embodiment, your goddess, your guidance for the coming month of May. So this is the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle card deck by Alana Fairchild. And it's just powerful, you know. It's pretty strong. And I have to say, I don't know how many times I'll use it on YouTube. I mean, it's a powerful deck, and it does feel like these messages are needed now. So it might be that I do start sharing it, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to see how it feels. So Capricorn, what is your guidance, your goddess, your embodiment this month for the Taurus new moon monthly cycle beginning on May 6th, 2016? What is, Capricorn, your guidance, your goddess, your embodiment. Capricorn. Oh my, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay, dear ones, this is a very powerful one. Number 17, let me read it here. Sacred Falcon shows the way. So I am going to record what this card means for you. I highly encourage that you stick around for this. This is a beautiful message for you. This is about tuning into symbology, about tuning into nature. And this could, this does. This, I know it does, because I wouldn't even have to know the meaning of this card to know it. But this is going to relate directly to what's unfolding for you in May. Okay, so let's take a look and see what this is telling you for May. Capricorn. Sacred Falcon shows the way. So this is what this particular iteration of Kuan Yin tells you in May. My wisdom is embodied in nature. I speak to you through the language of the natural world. You will understand my guidance for you as you trust in your observations of nature. Look for my signs. My language is symbolic, humorous, clear, and loving. I talk to you every day, my divine wild child. Within you are the wild instincts and loving intuitions that can recognize my signs, the presence of my guiding hand. I am speaking to you. Believe.